Now in this particular video I'm going to show you guys a lot of what I'm going to call potential crossover reels. And basically what I consider crossover reels are reels that are meant for saltwater that you can use in freshwater. Now these are also JDM only reels, meaning that these are designed only for the Japanese domestic market. So basically very few or very little people know or even heard of these reels before, but I studied them on Shimano's website, and it looks like they are very similar to freshwater bass reels that we use. And of course, being from Japan or JDM only, they look a lot cooler than what we have here. Now the perfect example of a crossover reel is the Shimano EXSENCE DC. It's a reel that is meant for saltwater, for targeting sea bass, and a lot of American enthusiasts have imported this reel and use it for bass fishing. And it's an excellent reel, a whole lot of reel and performance for the money. But once again, in this video I'm going to show you some other options that you guys may not know about. So here we go. So to make this easier, I'm going to break these models down by the frames they use. Now Shimano uses a lot of the same frames and bodies for their saltwater reels that they do for their freshwater reels. In fact, a lot of companies do that. So I think it'd just be easier for me to show you the models by frame. Now the first model I'm going to show you is a reel that's based on the CASITAS frame. It's called the Shimano Grappler BB. Now this reel here, as you can see, it's got a nice dark blue color with a gold handle. There's actually a video of a guy fishing for peacock bass with this reel on YouTube. Just by looking at the specs, it's got a CI4 plus body, anti-rust bearings. It's pretty basic and affordable, but for you guys who love Shimano's old basic SVS or VBS system, you may want to look into this reel, because that is what this reel has. The old SVS, I believe this might be the 6-pin adjustable brakes. It's not the newer SVS Infinity. Now the next reel I'm going to talk about that has the CASITAS frame is called the Angetsu BB. Now just looking at the color, it looks to be pretty much the same as the Grappler, except it's black with red accents, and I believe that front nose piece is chrome. And just looking at the specifications, they look to be pretty much identical. They have the CI4 plus body and side plates, SARB bearings, and the basic SVS braking system. So I don't know why they chose to make this a entirely different model. It looks like the bearings are the same and the weight's the same. So I guess you just have a choice in color for those who prefer black and red. Okay, so the next frame and body style reels I'm going to showcase are the reels that are based off the current ALDEBARAN frame and side plates. Now the first one is going to be the Style, and just by looking at this, it looks pretty slick. As you can see, it's got the same frame and side plates as the ALDEBARAN, and this features what they call the core fit body. Basically what they did was they took the spool tension and put it on the palming side so they could move the drag star and the handle closer to the body for more, I guess, stability when cranking. And if I'm not mistaken, this may be made of magnesium as well, because the price and the weight. And it's got the basic SVS Infinity, I'm sorry, not the SVS Infinity, but the basic SVS system, and it looks like the system that they use in the ALDEBARAN BFS Limited with the 8 pins. As far as that, as you can see, with the core fit body, this thing is probably going to be one of the most palmable and comfortable to palm reels in existence. I have the 15 ALDEBARAN Limited with the core fit, and that is the most comfortable reel that I have to palm out of all my reels. And this reel's not cheap. It's probably going at over 300 bucks US, and it looks like it's got a really shallow line capacity. It's probably made for braid, but yeah, this is a cool little reel that you could more than likely use for freshwater bass fishing. It's called the Style. Okay, now this next reel that's based off the ALDEBARAN body is a super cool reel that caught my attention. Don't know if I'll ever get one, but I just love the colors on it. It's called the Stefano. Now this also, I believe, has a magnesium frame with CI4 side plates, and if you can take a look at this reel, it's got a lot of distinguishing features. It's got what they call the X drag, and basically that means they put the drag star on the outside of the handle, and it's this little black three-pronged little plastic piece there. And since they have that, they've also used what they call the S-turbine handle, and the S-turbine handle has those little the little star points in the middle, and along with the core fit body, which the Stefano also has, you can basically just rotate the handle with your one hand, as you've probably seen me do in one of my videos. That's exactly why they designed the star drag and the S-turbine handle that way. And as you can also see, it's got this nice silver color with a nice blue spool, and this also has the old school SVS brakes for all you old school Shimano guys that like that braking system. It looks also to be the 8-pin system shared by the Style and the ALDEBARAN Limited. And yeah, this is a cool little reel. Now all these reels seem to have a really extra long handle. I believe it's 102 millimeters, and I believe this is used for braid as well. And this is actually lighter than the Style by a few grams, and it's not cheap either, coming in at probably over 300 bucks if you actually ever wanted to get one. But yeah, the Stefano, cool looking reel. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the reels that use the CURADO 70 frame and body. Now we're going to start off with a really slick looking reel. It's called the Style SS. So I'm thinking this is an aluminum framed version of the Style, and as you can see, it looks really sharp. It's got the nice 102 millimeter handle with the knobs that have the little silver ring around it. And this also has the core fit body where they put the spool tension on the palming side plate, and they have that little red, that cool red accent piece to replace it. This also has the old SVS brakes, and as you can see, it's got a really shallow spool as well. It's got a drag clicker and of course X-ship, as with all these other reels. And yeah, this reel looks really slick. And it's very affordable as well as compared to the Styles. This thing is probably around 200 bucks. So I don't know, I'm very tempted to get one of these myself just for the looks. But yeah, the Style SS based on the current CURADO 70 frame. Okay, now next up is the aluminum frame version of the Stefano, and of course this is called the Stefano SS. Now as you can see, it's also got the same, pretty much the same colors as the Stefano. It's got a silver paint with blue accents and highlights. It's also got the S-turbine handle, as you can see, but it's black. It's got the old school SVS, of course the core fit body, and the X drag, where the drag star is positioned on the outside of the handle. And this also is around 200 bucks if you wanted to import it. It's got the 102 millimeter extra long handle, and it's got cooler knobs than the Style SS. And as you can see, it's also got a really shallow spool, so these things are probably made to use with braid, but this is a slick looking reel. I like the blue accents, and but of course not sure if I'd ever want to get one just because it looked cool. But yes, this is available to import if you wanted, and yeah, it's called the Stefano SS. Okay guys, for the next reel I'm going to show you, if I had only one reel to buy with my hard-earned money out of all the reels that I'm showing you in this video, this would be the one. And let me show you why. Now, the first thing is, look at the sick color scheme on this thing. It's got it's two-tone, silver and black, and the black is this really shiny deep black, and it looks like it's got silver flake in it. And of course the top plate has got this nice silver color, and if you look at that side piece there on the handle, it's actually chrome, and that blew my mind. I saw a video of a guy using this reel, and yeah, it looked really sick. Now, another reason why I would pick this reel over the others is because this has the SVS Infinity brakes. So it's got the external adjustment that I like so much. So this thing can be pretty much used as a bass reel because it's got the external brake adjustment. Now, I'm not saying the others can't either, but the fact that it's got SVS Infinity means that it's meant to be casted out, even though the guy was basically just jigging something over the side of the boat to catch fish. Now, the third reason why I would get this reel is that this has micro module brass gears, and I hope that is a sign of things to come for the CURADO 70. Hopefully Shimano will stick these brass gears into the next version of the CURADO 70. But yeah, a CURADO 70 with brass gears. What more can you ask for? Now, I believe this also has a metal handle side plate as well. Now, other features, of course, it's got a clicking drag, Shimano anti-rust bearings. Of course, this is saltwater safe, and it comes with that 102mm power handle and power knobs with the red accents. And it comes in two ratios: a low speed 5.8, which they call the power gear, and then the high gear, which is a 7.8. So once again, if I had my choice of only one reel to buy, it would be this one, because basically it's a much better version of the CURADO 70, the Shimano Ingetsu 100. Okay, so the last and latest reel that's going to have the Shimano CURADO 70 body is called the Bay Game 150. And this also has the micro module gears. So hopefully Shimano will bring those gears into the next CURADO 70 update. Now, unlike the Ingetsu 100, this has the old style SVS brakes, and it looks like they are the 8-pin system like the style in the Stefano, and this has the core fit body and a metal body as well, and a drag clicker. Now, this looks to have a slightly deeper spool than the CURADO 70. It's probably why they rated it at 150, and that line rating of 150, of course, is meant for braid. Now, it comes with an optional power handle, as you can see, as well as the extra long double handle, which I believe is around 102mm. I don't know if you get both handles when you buy the reel, but this is priced the same as the Ingetsu, so it's probably going to be in the lower 200s if you wanted to import it. And once again, I hope Shimano brings these micro gears over to the CURADO 70. Now, it only makes sense since they've already done it with the CURADO K, so maybe they'll do that in the near future. Now, this next reel is a reel that may be of interest for all you big swim bait guys. This one is called the Grappler. Now, it looks to me that it's basically the JDM version of the new Tranks that was released about a year ago. And as you can see, at least in my opinion, it looks a lot better. It's got that dark blue color with the silver top piece. And the main thing that I like this over the Tranks is that it has micro module gears. That's right, it's got brass micro module gears for that extra smoothness and power. And of course it's got the X ship, the Hagani metal body, S3D spool. It's got a drag clicker. It's saltwater safe, so you can use it in salt water for those big game fish there. And this has, of course, the old style SVS brakes. Now this is a 300 size line capacity, and I know the Tranks comes in a 400, but the grappler only comes in 300 for now. And as you can see, it comes with that optional big power handle, as well as a double handle option as well. So this might be something for, you know, any of you big swim bait guys that want something just a little bit different, a little bit smoother than the Tranks or any other big bait reel out there. It's called the grappler, and it looks like with the exchange rate you're probably looking at least 250 to almost 300 for this. So it's about the same price as the current Tranks. But once again, I think it looks a lot better, and of course this has the brass micro module gears. Okay, so here's a reel that's been around for quite a while now, and it's pretty well known to the bait finesse guys. And this is the Shimano Breenius. Now the Breenius is a bait finesse reel made just for salt water, and because it's made for salt water, they've fitted it with some pretty interesting features. Now the first feature is that it has stainless steel interior parts for corrosion resistance. This uses the SVS, the old SVS style brakes as seen on the ALDEBARAN Limited, and what they did was they also narrowed the spool down to where the it holds less line, and it's pretty shallow, as you can see. Now this is made to use very thin braid, so because of that they have what they call the labyrinth structure. Now if you've ever used really thin line, you know that during a cast the line can go between the frame and the spool and get tangled around the spool shaft and be a big headache. But the labyrinth structure that Shimano created is meant to prevent that from happening. And this is really popular amongst some bait finesse guys because it has ultra high speed 7.7 brass gears, and yeah, it's got the old Shimano 50E frame, which is very popular amongst Shimano, not just Shimano fans, but any fans. So that means it's going to be very comfortable to palm. Now once again, this has been out for a while, so you may not be able to get this brand new for very much longer. So if you were planning on getting one, I would go ahead and order one now. Now it's not that expensive. You're probably looking at around 200 bucks to import. It's got this black color with purple accents. I'm not sure if I want to pick one up before they stop making it or not, because I really like the adjustability of the SBS. But if you don't care and you like the other features, I definitely pick one up soon. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this particular video. Now of course Shimano's got a ton of other reels that are only JDM that we don't know about, but these are the ones that I found most interesting, and the ones that I believe can be used as crossover reels to fish for bass or other freshwater species. Now I'm going to be doing 2 other videos in this genre, one for DAIWA. For you DAIWA fans, I'm going to show you some reels that are JDM DAIWA only that you probably don't know about, and of course one for Abu Garcia. So be on the lookout for those videos once again, and thanks a lot guys.